Hello and welcome to the post-match show of today's double-header day in IPL. Whistle podu ho gaya. Chennai Super Kings got the victory in Wankhede and the previous match Rajasthan Royals. So both DC and MI have their scores, their books to open. So and not yet they have not yet got the victories. And Bharat, coming to you first, CSK spinners. I would come to you about CSK spinners. They showed how good they are. Your thoughts on CSK spinners?
Yes, CSK spinners, there isn't a lot in the track. That's what I would say. But they just stuck to their plans. They didn't give much, and also use their experience. See, both Jadeja and Sander, they know how to mix up the pace. You look at how what I guess it was Tilak Verma. I think it was Jadeja who bowled one. I think with a flatter trajectory, and Tilak hitting for a six. Then he slowed up the pace and got him out. So they are known for mixing up their pace, using the crease, all these things, small things they did well. And but Mumbai also did, honestly didn't play well, didn't play them well. It was definitely not some 150 odd wicket. It was more than that. They should have got 180 at least. But credit to the spinners for sticking to their plans and not trying too many fancy things.
Yes, Shubhan. So CSK spinners got the better of Mumbai, or Mumbai did not perform well. What is going wrong with Mumbai? What do you think?
I think I'll go with the second half because if you see Mitchell Santner and Ravindra Jadeja, they are not the biggest turner of the ball. Although the pitch was giving them slight assistance in terms of turn and a bit of grip, but I think the shot selection and the way they tackled both Mitchell Santner and Jadeja, CSK only exploited two spinners. They didn't even, if I have to look at the scorecard, didn't even bowl Moeen Ali. So only two spinners to handle, very similar spinners to handle Ravindra Jadeja and Mitchell Santner, not the biggest turners of the ball. I think the 5 wickets they gave away to the spinners, I think that was more on the Mumbai Indian batters rather than praising a lot of the spinners. Although Ravindra Jadeja, as Bharat said, stuck to his line and length. Once he saw that he's getting success, he stuck to that those line and lengths. But ultimately, I think it has to be whenever a batter gets out, Rohan. I feel it is more on him rather than the bowler. Unless you bowl Shane Warne's ball of the century, or a Mutaya Muralidharan's dream delivery, or a Ravichandran Ashwin's masterclass. I think it is more on the batters to get out or to a spinner or a pacer as well, rather than them getting the wicket.
Okay. Bharat, we have seen Mumbai Indians losing first few games and then boosting up. So, what do you think is Mumbai Indians doing wrong in these two games, and do you think them bouncing back in the coming matches?
They have injury problem as you saw today. Jofra didn't play. Bumrah obviously has been playing for them now. So they have injury problems. You look at their bowling, they have this young Arshad Khan. He can definitely swing the ball both ways, but he's only played a few games. He's only basically played TY Patil tournament and all that junior stuff. So suddenly he's opening the bowling on the at the big stage, and suddenly he bowls short and wide. He loses. Perhaps it becomes a scrambled mind for him. And ball short and wide, all these things. They have a lot of inexperience. Even if you look at their batting unit, they have Cameron Green there at number three. He doesn't have a lot of experience in T20 cricket. Either Rohit Sharma is not striking form. Honestly, it doesn't look good for them. Tilak Verma is scoring runs here and there, obviously. In the first match, he did really well, but the bowling attack. One of the things with Mumbai Indians in the past was their bowling attack. If you look at their bowling attack from the past, they had all those great names, but now if you look at the bowling attack, Berendorf, okay, he's a decent bowler, but then they have a couple of rookies, Ritik, this rookie spinners. So doesn't look great for them, honestly. If you ask me, I don't think they will bounce back, though. It's too early. You can argue with me by saying it's too early because it's only a couple of matches they've played.
Okay.
Rohan, yeah, Rohan. Am I in the mega auction? came up with a dream to have a dream partnership of Jofra Archer and Jasprit Bumrah. Along with the Jason Behrendorff, and it when it came off in the auction, it looked like, it's going to be an unbeatable side with that batting unit, that bowling unit, Jofra and Bumrah together. It's going to be an unbeatable side, but once they started to get injured, you don't have real bench strength because you have spent all your money on that, on those two big players, or those three big players, and now suddenly their bench strength is looking extremely weak. Arshad Khan, although he has done well in the first two matches, but still you can't replace Jasprit Bumrah or a Jofra Archer overnight. It's a big task
Yeah.
for a domestic guy who has played a handful of matches. And apart from that, this league, I seriously have some hard opinion on this leak about Jofra Archer being injured. Came from Subramaniam Badrinath, who is a former player, he's a current commentator. I think
Hmm.
Bharat, you, along with all the other journalists in this media industry, need to pack their bags out very soon, because all the commentators, the former cricketers first took up the commentator's job. We nowadays don't have a Harsha Bogle or a upcoming Harsha Bogle in the commentary box, and now suddenly they started to leak the stories out of the camp. So I don't think Bharat or I or you have this job for long. This is some serious concern. If you are on the official, no, it's a serious deal. If you are on the official broadcaster, you can't come out and leak stories for your personal YouTube channel. This is a very serious opinion, and I had tweeted this also in one of the replies to my tweet, that former commentators first took up the commentator's job. They have the star power behind them. Now they have started to
Hmm.
become journalists. So I don't think we have a real job in our hands in the next 5 years or so. This is a serious concern. If it keeps on coming, then I think there is something very wrong going on from the in at least in the franchisee world of cricket.
And it goes against the ethics also, I would say.
Of
Bharat.
course, because even when you are in the scheme of things, like in the during the conclave, I'll give a very basic example. We knew a lot of things that is going on behind the scenes, but we never came out and
Exactly.
do for our personal YouTube channel or a Twitter handle or Facebook channel. It's all about holding it back and let the other guys who were there to do their job, to let them do their job rather than you coming there and garner some views. Of course, he got it right. He had some sources in the MI camp who gave him that news, but to come out and give that, of course, I had to understand if he had given it for Star Sports or Geo Cinema, but for his own personal YouTube channel, I have never seen a Ravi Ashwin give out insider news
Hmm.
from what is happening, whether a certain player is playing or
For
not,
his
in
personal
his own
opinions. Yeah.
personal YouTube channel.
Exactly. Bharat, you would want to add something to it?
Yeah, the same stuff. What he said. He had some source, but if it keeps on going like this, for even now it feels like we journalists are in trouble. If it keeps on going like this, then we definitely are in massive problem. See, as far as Jofra is concerned, that injury is concerned, uh, from my ECB source, whatever I got to know at that time was they didn't have much of communication as far as that injury was
Hmm.
concerned. That was obviously somewhere at 12 or 1 o'clock. Then it came out that it was a precautionary measure. Hopefully, again, as far as Joe Fry is concerned, from his point of view, it isn't a big one because we know he has already suffered a couple of elbow injuries.
Hmm.
Before that, another
Yeah.
elbow injury to the other side. So he has had elbow problems. Another big elbow injury. Then I fear his career is looking pretty bleak for him. Hopefully, from his point of view, it isn't a big
And
problem.
more
But
trouble,
you know,
more trouble
elbow
you might
problem is
be.
yeah. But you know, elbow problem is something just like back injury for a fast bowler.
Hmm.
If you get injured once, back or elbow, then it's usually persistent. But I hope from his perspective that it isn't a big one.
Yeah.
And this is not the first time. It is not the first time that Jofra is having that elbow issue. The
Hmm.
first injury which he had of, I guess, a freak. fish bowl injury, fish aquarium injury. I think Bharat, if I'm not wrong, was it an elbow or a finger injury?
She had elbow injuries. One was in South Africa. Then he had another elbow injury, but not at the, I think, not the same one, but another elbow injury.
Hmm.
And after that, it was said that he's returning, but then it was told that he's not completely fit. So he had another small surgery on the same elbow.
Hmm.
Then obviously after that, he had that back problem. But usually back or elbow, once you get injured, it's very persistent. And he has been injured, elbow injury has suffered 3 times now. So I just hope for the best from his perspective.
Yeah. Well, coming back to CSK,
Kaushik
Mumbai
had a
had.
question, I guess there. I
Sorry.
think Kaushik had a question. Kaushik had a
Okay.
question if it's
Yeah.
how you guys will describe that straight drive. Bharat can take that one.
Bharat.
The Rane one.
Ah.
Actually, you should take it because I was at that time writing a copy. So
Ajinkya Rana is a curious case because
Actually,
he has scored some.
took my question only. I was going to ask about Ajinkya Rahane and MI had Conway and Rituraj Gaikwad in plans, I think, but Ajinkya Rahane with that knock and WTC final, a tough choice for the selectors that he has given. Your thoughts?
Ooh, WTC. These are two completely different formats. So I
Yeah.
don't know whether Ajinkya Rana is still back in the
But
contention.
talking
As far
about
as I know,
the
his dog was special. I mean, 27 deliveries, 61 runs, of course, 7 boundaries, 3 sixes, at a strike rate of anything above 200 in T20 format. Even if you face 5 deliveries, is a special knock. Anything above 200, and Ajinkya Rahane coming at number three, he showed why he is hungry for runs. He's hungry for that recognition that you can't drop India captain, India vice captain from the test side straight away, and he's hungry for runs. He came back to domestic circuit, scored 190 plus against Assam. He scored a double century also. I can't really recall that name of the team, but he has scored a double ton. He has scored a 190 plus against Assam, and he has put some runs in Ranji in red ball cricket as well. So if it is just a one-off. I will still say it is just a one-off. Like Cheteshwar Pujara had Rahane been playing county cricket, then I would have been commenting in a better situation. But it is completely two different contrasting formats. White ball, red ball. White ball doesn't move much. It doesn't generally assist the pacers or spinners. Plus, especially the WTC final is going to happen in England, so there will be a lot of lateral movement, seam movement, completely different conditions. But yes, I mean, looking at all the experience performance, not only Ajinkya Rane, but the likes of Amit Mishra as well. They are doing extremely well. And if Rahane can stitch 5 to 6 knocks in the remaining games, then I think we can talk about okay, he's in good nick. He can come back to the test side because Shreyas Iyer is out of the contention. You really don't know where Surya Kumar Yadav is in terms of his T20 form as well. Not only because Surya came into the test side as a T20 performer. And right now, you really don't know where his T20 form is also going. You don't know whether you can put in a Hanuma Vihari, although his name is doing the rounds. He's in contention to make it to the at least the squad for the WTC final. But you really don't know. He hasn't scored a lot of runs in domestic as well. So I think Ajinkya Rahane, if he can stitch 5 to 6 matches in the remaining games, I think we'll be talking seriously about Rahane.
just one
okay.
point, if I can add, just
Yeah.
just from Rane's point of view, what is the consolation for him? He's not going to face even if he's going to play in the World Test Championship final. That is, if he's not going to face a bowler called Jimmy Anderson, the one bowler who it's true in India or in England, the one bowler who's gone right inside his head. It is that 41-year-old outside of uh, zooming on the stumps. Just as soon as he sees him, it seems like he gobbles gobbles him up like an ice cream, but he definitely is not inclined his hospital, so that's the only conflict.
Ahmedabad, Jimmy Anderson to Ajinkya Rahane, that team and took his stump for a ride. That still remains in the. But yes, coming to that Kaushik's question, I think Ajinkya Rahane's knock, not only that straight drive, but altogether his knock was special. Plus, also to Kaushik, why are you in the comment section? Why are you not in the show? You should be there here in the show discussing cricket with us.
I think we have another question. Yeah, another one from Kaushik only. Another very curious case now. Deepak Char's hamstring injury hardly survived two T20 games nowadays. What is future, and can we expect him to be released next season? As 14 crore is a huge amount. Who's gonna take it?
See, Deepak Char, hamstring problem, thigh problems. See, I'm not an expert. That's what I've heard from former fast bowlers is if you have the hamstring, thigh problems and all, then you're perhaps not concentrating a lot on running, jogging, and all this stuff that cricket pace bowler has to do. So that could be a reason. But again, as I said, I'm not an expert. That's what it's the opinion of some former fast bowlers. So, and we have seen it's not the first time we have seen hamstring problem with Chahar. He has suffered before. He's not getting any younger. Yeah, he could be in trouble because as you get older, these hamstring problems, you will see more of it, more and more of it. He could be the fittest bowler in the baseball on this planet, but still would have this thigh or hamstring problem. So it doesn't look great for him because every 6 months, 3, 4 months, 2, 3 months, he's suffering this hamstring or thigh problem.
Also, Nitin Patel, the current NCA Sports and Science Technology head, will be under immense pressure. I think starting from that Riddhiman Saha finger injury, it has gone downhill for NCA over the last 5 or 6 or 7 years. So many injuries, Shreyas Iyer back problem, Jasprit Bumrah back problem now. Deepak Chahar was in NCA. He was literally living there for the last 5 6 months. How can you give him a clearance unless you are unsure, unless you are absolutely 100% sure that he will be able to survive the entire IPL? Because still Deepak Chahar is in the scheme of things when it comes to the India team. Whenever he is fit, he's certain to be in that squad. If not starting 11, but the sting operation, it takes me back to that sting operation where Chetan Sharma said, the former chief selector Chetan Sharma said that these players take injections, they try to hide their injuries, they try to just come up with their fitness test and go past that. uh, as much as I want to decline those, refuse those allegations, I think slowly and steadily we are going towards accepting those allegations unless the NCA or the BCCI comes up with other proofs. But Deepak Chair hamstring injury is a couple of weeks. Even if it's a minor grade 1 strain, if it's a minor pull, also it's a couple of days, at least 10 days. Ten
Yeah.
days
This
means you
pace
miss
bowler,
3 matches.
this
Yeah,
pace
plus
bowler
he's a
as
pace
well.
bowler.
And
So
He's
it's,
a
this,
pace
it's
bowler.
more
You're
than
landing.
2 weeks. Even if it's grade one, 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Someone like Jason
Yeah,
Roy came back in 2 weeks, but in the 2019 World Cup, but he's a batter. This Deepak Char is a pace bowler. So
pace bowler, landing feet, left leg. Uh, at least even if there's some miraculous treatment, rehabilitation, injections, whatever you call it, even if it is something miracle, 10 days is at least, and in 10 days in IPL you miss 3 games. So that's a big blow to CSK. And coming to that 14 crore, I feel that after this injury incident, plus he's not bowling better in depth, which you would have expected from an experienced patient now. I think CSK will mostly release him to get better recruitment in the upcoming window.
and this question of NCA releasing players without proper, I would say, I don't know. We have been discussing this a lot, haven't we,
No,
Subhan?
no, NCA goes through their proper regulation, but you know what happens? See, if I have a shoulder injury, NCA has a benchmark, or say a
Yeah.
Rohan Chaudhary has a benchmark that you need to lift 100 kg on your shoulder to pass fit.
Hmm.
And I say, okay, even if I have a niggle, I'll have a painkiller and I'll lift 100 kg and you will give me a pass certificate because I
Hmm.
passed that benchmark. You'll give me a pass certificate because I have crossed your benchmark. I have passed that benchmark. But that doesn't mean that I am fit to play
Exactly.
14 matches on the trot for 2 months and then for India and the rigorous schedule that we all know the Indian cricket team is going through. It is impossible.
Exactly. So there are these loopholes that bring up this controversy, these bring up these debates that we discuss, and we have been discussing this a lot with so
Yeah.
many injuries piling up, with so many injuries piling up. But uh, time is running out. 20 minutes already gone. We haven't moved to the first match, so let's move to the first match. Shuvan and Bharat. 3 out of 3 for DC. What's going wrong with them? And everything is going wrong with them. Punts loss a big blow for them. They are missing Pant a lot. What do you think, Shuan? Then come
I
to
don't
Bharat.
think they are missing punt. I don't think they are missing punt. Their entire batting unit is not
Yeah,
firing all together like a unit. You can make changes. You can bring in a Prithvi Shaw as an impact player. You can bring in a Manish Pandey for a Sarfaraz Khan. But ultimately you have to score runs. Even if it is a 20 of 10 balls, you still have to go out and score runs. Riley Russo, Rogman Powell, they all have smashed world class bowlers all over the park. But
hmm,
for Delhi Capitals, they look like rookie batters, and this is something which must be concerning the Delhi Capitals team management. I if it continues, I think Ricky Ponting and Saurabh Ganguly will say in the team meeting that you guys pack your bags and go to your home. We will pad up and start scoring runs and show you guys how to score runs. They are still at least I feel Ricky Ponting and Saurabh Ganguly even in their mid 40s, mid 50s, even if they pad up, they will bat better than a Prithvi Shaw or a Manish Pandey. What they are doing right now, even Riley Russo, how he played in today's knock, it was absolutely rookie batting, and David Warner is like a lone warrior right now in that DC camp, and all he
but
needs is
he's a
one
good
support.
player.
All he needs is one support, one batter to rally around him and give him
Exactly.
a partnership because he's grinding it out. He's playing so those gritty knocks. He's seeing those wickets fall from the other end, and right now all he needs is one player to assist him.
Exactly. Bharat, coming to you on the same note, Prithvi Shaw, Shubham mentioned Prithvi Shaw, and he has been struggling against these quality fast bowlers. Your thoughts on Prithvi Shaw and Shubham, in the morning show also we were talking that Prithvi Shaw is not someone that
Hmm.
will deliver in every match, but when he delivers, he will
Mm.
single-handedly win. But when will that day
Right.
come? Bharat, your
The
thoughts?
position, if you want to find any technical problem, you have to go back to the 2017-18 Under-19 World Cup. He was batting really well, but Simon Dool was the one who made that small comment that he's someone who stays leg side of the ball. This see what happens here is because he stays leg side of the ball, he's greatest that is greatest strength. He's someone who looks for width outside off. So if there is a slight bit of width, he will crack cuts and all that. So he has a lot of things going for him. He's an expert. But the problem with such kind of batting is your back foot stays on the leg stump, so it doesn't load. It's mostly stationary. Because your back foot is stationary, the front foot is on the move. When the front foot is on the move, if someone like Trent Bolt getting it to swing, getting
Hmm.
it to straight, getting it to move away from the right hander. It could lead to issues. Rahul Dravid once, it's not my statement, it is Rahul Dravid's statement. I think he said this during the 2012-2013 Test series between India and England on calm. He said a batter has to commit early, but not too early. That is basically has to load early, not too early. And pretty sure if you see his game, he doesn't really load much on the back foot. That is why his front foot doesn't release and press and release. So that is why he keeps getting balled or even a left arm angle keeps getting out.
Yeah. Shubham, you have a question from Kaushik again. you can't expect someone like Abhishek to change things around, coming that down in batting.
Abhishek Porel. I think that is
Yeah.
about Abhishek Porel for Delhi Capitals. In T20, he has rotated up and down. Kaushik is someone who follows domestic cricket
Very
like
true.
anyone of us does. So he knows an Abhishek Porel and how he bats more than all of us. But yes, Abhishek Porel, you can't really blame Abhishek Porel when your Manish Pande's, your Riley Russo's, your Robman Powell's are not performing,
Exactly.
and Abhishek Porel coming at number 5 or number 6 or number 7. He can't really do when you are so down and out in that match. So I'll give that one to Abhishek Porel. He's a good talent. I've been saying that he's very raw so far. When it comes to IPL for domestic, he's ready. He's extremely good. Although Agdeep Pan played a couple of matches ahead of Abhishek Porel, even in the Syed Mushtaq Ali, and almost and cost. I won't say almost cost, but cost Bengal a place in the final with his run out fumble. But Abhishek Porel, he's a brighter talent. He's a better talent than Agdeep or other domestic wicket keepers, I can say, in that same age bracket, and most importantly, he's an explosive player. So when you see a Delhi Capitals 150 for three in 16 overs, and you suddenly see Abhishek Porel coming in, you will see a different avatar of Abhishek Porel completely. So that is where his strength lies. Not when you are 56 for seven or 80 for seven and you send in an Abhishek Porel. That is not his strength. His strength is when you are flourishing and you need someone to come and smash 30 runs off 10 balls. That is where Abhishek Porel's strength is.
Okay. Well, Kaushik has so
Yes,
many
yes.
questions.
Kaushik, you should just call me on WhatsApp. I'll just answer all your queries. Yashasvi Jaiswal should be the talk of the town.
Shubham, you should do another domestic adda with Kaushik again soon.
We will just call Kaushik. Tomorrow is a double header, no? So I'll ensure that Kaushik is in our show for
Exactly.
tomorrow's double header. So Yashasvi Jaiswal, of course, I have been saying, I tweeted today as well. You can go and check my tweets for the last 5 years. He's a lambi race ka ghoda, as you say. You can say in Mumbai cricket, as they say, a khadoos mindset. He's that. He's that. He will play for India. He'll serve for India long. And to play that nog in front of a certain left-hander who is sitting in the dugout, who goes by the name of Saurav Ganguly. Uh, that was a special knock. And Yashasvi Jaiswal is a special talent. Can bowl a bit of leg spin as well, although he hasn't bowled a lot in this IPL or in the previous IPL as well. But he's a real multi-utility player, and someone who will play for India for the next decade or so. He's a real lambi race ka ghoda.
The best
Absolutely.
thing
And
about
talking about, yeah,
the best
yeah,
thing about Jaiswal is when he's in form, he's really making it count. There are players I've seen who are
exactly.
in form, they will get 30s, 20s, they look great. Uh, even my uh, even the cricketer that I really liked the most, the one I really liked the most from the 90s, he was similar. He used to look really good, score 30s and 40s. Sometimes he used to get out with soft dismissals, but Jaiswal seems to be that one batter who can get those big scores. So when he's in form, he looks like a batter who really makes it count. I think that could be his greatest strength going forward.
And Rajasthan Royals, their opening pair, they have been, I think they have been the best in this league so far. Today's 199, 139 came of the opening pair for Rajasthan Royals. Jaiswal, and talk to me about Josh Butler also. We in the show we were telling that he might not play with that injury, and he hit a 79. Your thoughts on Rajasthan Royals opening and Josh Butler? Bharat, you go first, then
Josh
I'll come to
Butler is
Shubham.
one of those when it's playing at his best, he makes six hitting look very easy. It is not so easy, but he makes it look easy. An ODI
Exactly.
match between West Indies and England, I think in Grenada, I was doing some reports for that match. Butler hit some 8 or 10 sixes. Every single six looked like it was some 30-meter boundary. It didn't seem like a 70, 65-meter boundary. He is someone who combines baseball plus cricket because he has that back foot trigger. Obviously, he had a finger issue, but he's someone who is class batter. I don't. He's experienced enough. He would know by now that whether he's fit or not. So he must have felt confident that he's fit
Yeah,
enough to
exactly.
bat, and he showed his class.
And Bharat said in the pre-match also, like, if he knows best what his injury status is. We were talking he might not play, and yes, he showed that confidence. But Shubhan, Rajasthan Royals opening perhaps the most dangerous in this league. Your thoughts?
So, sorry, I got a bit distracted because Haaland has just scored a bicycle kick, and Pep Guardiola immediately took him off after scoring a brace. So he misses out on a hat trick. But yes, coming to
Pep Guardiola taking off has been in the social media so for so long. That 5 goals in Champions League taking off. Oh my God. Okay, we'll discuss that.
I think
Yes, sure.
yeah, in tomorrow's morning show. But I think George Butler generally when George Butler plays 50-60 deliveries, you see him score a century. In T20 cricket, that has been a norm. But I think although he played some great strokes down the ground, downtown, over the cow corner, I think, but still I felt he was not 100%. The power he generally generates or the kind of strokes he is comfortable playing in, I still felt there was some sort of discomfort with his webbing, with the stitches he has had. But nonetheless, I think George Butler. We have talked about him in our pre-match shows as well. George Butler is special. He's arguably the most dangerous batters around especially in the shortest format. And again, he showcased. He stuck around. Today, when he was not scoring at his outrageous 250, 300 strike rate, he stuck around. He made sure he stayed till the end and took Rajasthan Royals to a total, which was really really competitive on that track.
Yep. And Bharat, Ravi Ashwin, Chahal, again 5 wickets between them. How good is this bowling pair? Your thoughts
Yeah,
on
it really
Chahal,
worked well
Ashwin?
for RR. We saw last year as well. I guess Chahal took 26 wickets. Doesn't seem to translate into when he plays for India. He doesn't seem to perform that well, Chahal. But for RR, his style of bowling seems to really work. Uh, Not sure what to make about it because when he played for India, he seemed like he wasn't imparting a lot of reps on the ball. As far as Ashwin is concerned, we have already talked about it. Someone I think is a very good defensive T20 bowler. He's not someone who will try too many things. He will just keep it simple and he loves a challenge. So as
Yeah.
a pair, that really works well because from one side you have Ashwin, who is very much a defensive kind of spinner, and from the other end you have Chahal, who will keep tossing it up and entice the batter to play the big shots.
Yep. And Shubham, tomorrow also back to back double-header day, another one, and KKR will be playing, perhaps with a hope to end uh, Gujarat Titans winning knock. KKR, Gujarat, and Sunrisers, Hyderabad, and Punjab Kings. So we'll end the show with what do you expect from tomorrow's games.
I have no hopes from KKR again, despite the last win. And also, Haaland could have had another hat trick. They got a penalty, and Alvarez scored the third one, the fourth one for the team. So Haaland could have had the hat trick. So my focus is all there right now. But yes, I don't have much hopes from KKR. The way Gujarat Titans are playing right now, Gujarat Titans head in into the match as favorites. Uh, when it comes to Sunrisers Hyderabad, I would be looking by the team. I really want them to win and get things going because they on paper they are a really good side with really good domestic talent, very really good overseas talent as well. Someone like a Fazal Faruqi or a Marco Jansen, whom not really everyone fancy. So I think they are a good side. And it's a test for Aiden Markram. It's a test for everyone in that SRH camp. So let's see what happens. Going to be a good team.
Yep. Okay. Bharat, what do you expect from tomorrow's games? And keep it short. KKR, can they put an end to Gujarat Titans winning knock? And what do you think of the other match, SRH versus PBKS?
I'll give little bit of just because KKR seems like an underdog. I'll say KKR may take this down, take down DT. Sometimes it happens, an underdog can flip it around.
What happens?
PBK, SRH, basically SRH. See, PBK is SRH, right? SRH on paper they have a good side. They're doing all kinds of the strategies. You see, just see what can you say? Very confusing. Even with a great batter sitting in the dugout, this is some really confusing strategies out there. But the good side on paper, if it really comes out well, I think SRH can win tomorrow. But again, I don't know if kind way they have batting. Just looking at their batting lineup, bro, Phillips, Klaasen and all, they play Markram. It really looks good, but the way they're batting, I know played on a cup on two-pace track, but the way they're batting, it seems like they just don't have the freedom to play shots or something like that. So it's just confusing how they're playing. But if they play well, they have good side on paper and they can win tomorrow.
Okay, so that's all for today's IPL discussion. We will have the pre-shows and post-shows again tomorrow, double-header day, both cracking games. Today, in badminton, Priyanshu Rajawat got to the finals of the Orleans Masters 200 in a cracking straight state wins. And the Super Cup is also going on. Shubhan is enjoying the Man City match. I'll be watching the Man City match after I finish it
Only
here.
10 minutes remaining. Only 10 minutes remain.
I'm keeping the score. But yes, today's highlight, I would say Ajinkya Rahane really touched my heart with that knock. So we have an Ajinkya Rahane bite coming up for you. So we'll end it here. We'll leave the show and please enjoy the Ajinkya Rahane's bite as we end the show here. So thank you, Shubhan. Thank you, Bharat, for joining. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Thankful to BCCI जिन्होंने रणजी ट्रॉफी करने का सो आई एम रियली थैंकफुल कि रणजी ट्रॉफी हो एंड गोइंग बैक टू बेसिक्स एज यू सेड इसी के वजह से मैं यहाँ पर आया हूँ 5-6 साल रणजी ट्रॉफी में परफॉर्मेंस करके डोमेस्टिक में परफॉर्मेंस करके मैं यहाँ पर आया हूँ सो बहुत बार होता है कि आप इंटरनेशनल में जाते हो और एंड देन सडनली यू कम बैक टू रणजी ट्रॉफी और फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट वो माइंडसेट नहीं रहता है बट फॉर मी इट्स ऑल अबाउट whatever cricket I play, whatever team I play for, it's all about giving my best, playing with that attitude.